What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel, man. Y'all already know, another episode, another video going over the most popular rap albums of 2024-2025. Today I got a new album to react to. For today's episode, we're gonna go over Central C, Can't Rush Greatness. This is a new album he released like a few days ago. This is a pretty famous rapper, Central C, worldwide famous. I think he's more famous in the UK because that's where he's from. Definitely picking up a big buzz out of the States and other countries outside of the UK, becoming one of the most famous rappers in the world, working with a lot of famous names. Even on this album, he's got features with Lil Baby, 21 Savage. So he released this album, Can't Rush Greatness. Before I go over this album, I'm going to talk a little bit about my music and what I have coming up. So the new song, Microphone Check, next song that I'm dropping, this is a brand new song set for February 4th. That's the official date. Available on my YouTube, SoundCloud, February 4th. So check that track out. Also check out the track Demonetization. That's my most recent song that I have out. Available everywhere, all platforms. And plenty more singles to drop after Microphone Check. Make sure you're subscribed. Follow me on all platforms outside of YouTube. Subscribe to my YouTube and everywhere else where I have my content and music. Definitely. This is an album review where we're gonna go over Central C's Can't Rush Greatness. This is a UK rapper. Yeah, man, just like every other episode, 4 tracks off of the album, just a snippet of each. Then I'm gonna start talking about the album, giving you guys my full critique. There's a rating at the end of the video out of 10. That should be the video, man. So all the tracks I'm about to play, this is all off of Central C's SoundCloud account. Alright, so the first track I'll play, this one's called St. Patrick's. Next track I'll play, this one's called Limitless. This one's called Band for Band featuring Lil Baby. The last track I'll play, this one's called Up North. Central C, Can't Rush Greatness is a new album, 2025 album by the UK rapper. My first thoughts, man, his accent's pretty heavy. That's the first thing I can think of, and it makes it a little bit difficult to understand what he's saying. A lot of the times, like you could understand what he's saying. He is speaking English, right? It's just like a heavy accent, but like his accent is mad heavy, man. Like sometimes it's just like I can't understand what the line's about. Like I have to go back, rewind the track, and then listen to the lyric again, or I gotta look up the lyrics. Like his accent makes it kind of difficult to get the full bar of like what he's saying. But like the man's spitting though. Like when you do understand what he's saying, like he definitely has lines in his tracks that make you think, even though a lot of it is heavily pop culture charged. A lot of like money lines, like I have a lot of money, I'm super famous. You get a lot of those type of lines. Like he's a borderline pop star, you know what I'm saying? He's not really like a lyrical rapper, like an underground independent rapper. He's more like a pop star rapper under a major label, working with like super famous names and doing like world tours. Like this guy's a famous rapper. He's like a famous artist out of the UK. So like a lot of his songs on here just sound like money grabbers, more so than lyrical rap songs that you can really take in and like learn from in a sense. But he'll have lines here and there where they like make you think, and it's not just about like making money and being super famous and all of that luxurious like type of lines. He has lines on here where it's not all about that. It doesn't happen often, but they're there, and you can definitely tell just how he like raps overall on the album. Like he can definitely rap if he really wanted to, really put punchlines in and like give you that underground lyrical style type of song just based off of what you hear on the album. You can definitely tell that he has the ability to do that, and he has like a big bag of styles that he can choose from. It's just he's using more of like a pop type of sound on this one because it's a major label album and he's working with a lot of different people under a major label. He has to make the songs sound like the way they do, but even though they're very like popish sounding type of songs and you know, club banger type of anthems going on throughout the album. There's some lines that he'll drop that will make you go, whoa, you know what I'm saying? Like, you expect it to just be like a club banger, money grabber type of sound, but then he'll come up with songs that make you think a little bit, man. It's not just about money, and he'll talk about like relationships and like what's going on in his personal life, the stuff that he deals with every day. You get a little bit of everything from this album. I don't know if this is like a UK thing. I've noticed something about like UK rappers, like even if they're like famous, super famous, or not famous at all, as long as they're a UK rapper, they can rap, bro. UK rappers can rap, man. Central C, he's the type of rapper I feel like can put out anything and he's gonna make the plays, he's gonna make the money off the album. He can literally put anything out. He's borderline a pop star, you know what I mean? Like, it almost doesn't matter about his music itself. He's just a famous rapper now. He's like at that status. Even with all of that, yo, the man can rap, bro. Like, he can legit rap. And I don't know if it's like a UK thing, because when you look at like North American rappers, the most famous rappers in the game, like at the top, you can even say it's Playboi Carti. It's like a perfect example. You see how famous Playboi Carti is, and I'll say that like in terms of fame, he's at the highest level. But like, you listen to his raps, bro, Central C is like, he's running circles around Playboi Carti. You get what I'm saying? But like, they both have similar level of fame. You can maybe argue that Playboi Carti might be slightly more famous, but I don't know. It really seems like they're at like the same level of fame. But like, you listen to Central C rap and then you listen to Playboi Carti rap, I feel like Central C is like miles and miles like better than Playboi Carti, even though they're as famous as each other. If anything, Playboi Carti might be more famous. It's kind of crazy how the rap game is, right? And I don't know, it could just be a UK thing. Maybe all UK rappers know how to like rap, you know what I'm saying? Like, they can get real lyrical with their songwriting instead of just like repeating the same thing over and over again, like Lil Pump or something like that. As famous as Central C is, he's at a level of fame, he can put anything on the record and it's gonna sell. It's just like, because of how famous his name is, the label, him, everyone's good. There is a bunch of moments on this album where he's going off lyrically, man. There's a bunch of songs. A lot of the songs are set up where it's like, gets the beat and he's just rapping, and he has a lot of songs where he's doing like a 3-minute verse. He's just rapping the whole way. He doesn't put a lot of hooks in his songs. For like a popish type of rapper, like for a famous rapper, he doesn't really go that route, use that formula where you're trying to make every song super catchy. He tries to make the catchiness out of his like his verse building, songwriting, and his punchlines. So that's why you'll get a lot of songs where he's giving you this like 3-minute long verse. Honestly, I prefer that style of rap. Whenever I'm listening to other rappers make their songs, I actually prefer the 3-minute, 4-minute long verses over the one verse hook, second verse hook, traditional style of writing the song. I'm more about like the long verses, just cause like, I guess I'm a hip hop head, you know what I mean? I'm more of like a rap fan than a pop fan. For somebody that's as famous as he is, he puts a lot of hip hopness in his music, man. Definitely moments on here. This album definitely leans towards more of like a club banger, radio play style album rather than an independent underground rap style album. He kind of just like blends the music with a little bit of everything. He got club bangers, UK drill style beats going on, American style beats going on. He meshes a little bit of everything all into one album. Pretty impressive to do, because it's not easy to like switch up the tone of what you're trying to like put in each song. I'm not gonna say like the style, because every track style is pretty similar on here. He makes every song sort of sound the same with his like delivery, the UK drill style of beat making, like the long verses. He sort of uses the same formula on almost every song. He tries to like do a little bit of everything with the album here, so you're not just getting like UK drill rap the entire way. There's like a little bit of singing. He's got like this one feature, Young Miko. I think he's like speaking Spanish, or he's singing in Spanish on the album, so he's got like other languages going on throughout the album. Just a little bit of everything, trying to like appeal to like everyone, I guess, in like a business aspect, right? So he's got a lot of famous features on here. Just like I was saying, 21 Savage featured on here, Lil Baby, Lil Durk featured on here, man. Got some famous people, man. Dave, another famous UK rapper, featured on the album. It just shows you how big of a rapper Central C is. All the features definitely did their thing on here. You definitely want the best out of the features that you're paying to be on your album. Another thing that impressed me about Central C, he has the ability to rap for like 3 or 4 minutes straight. And it's like a lot of the times when rappers do that, they'll like start off strong and then they'll slow down, or they'll start slow, then they'll end off strong. Central C, he's like going crazy the entire way. There's maybe 4 or 5 songs on here where he's doing like a 3 to 4 minute long verse, and it's completely consistent the entire way. Like every line is like a hard hitting line that makes you think. It's consistent the entire time. That part impressed me because he does that on almost every track on the album. That's another thing that's not easy to do. Making a long verse is easy to do. Anybody can just make a long verse, but to make every punchline consistent the entire way, where there's no lines that are like weak, every line is like a crazy line. And he has like the wordplay thing going on where he's rhyming maybe 8 times in a row in one line, and then he'll like switch it up. This guy, you definitely can tell that he's a real rapper, a real MC that's been writing raps for a long time, just turned into a pop star with it, with all the knowledge that he gathered up over the years as like a young rapper, started to like pick up buzz in like the mainstream world, and then he puts it all together on this album. It's impressive, man. He definitely gets my respect as like a real rapper. He definitely got bars. He definitely has bars, man, and he's definitely a better rapper than I thought before listening to this album. That's 100%, man. The only bad part about that though is that his delivery comes off as like every track sounds like the same delivery. I don't know if it could just be his accent, because he has a heavy UK accent, so maybe that's why most of his bars might sound the same when you listen to it. Even though the beat's switching up, the way he like delivers his line might sound the same just because he's from the UK and he has the British accent. Besides that, definitely legit rapper. You can definitely tell in a mainstream world under a mainstream major label. So he's got to have a mix of like lyrical rap songs and also like pop anthems that you can play on the radio or in the club. Overall, man, I thought the album was better than okay. Nothing like crazy. It doesn't make me like think this could be one of the best albums to come out for 2025. It's nowhere close to that. I think the album was very professionally put together in terms of like the sound, post-production, the mixing, just like the features, the songwriting, how every song was like constructed and put together, like the formula put into every song. Everything is very like professional about this album. Definitely gets points for that. I just think like the album might be a little bit too popish for me in terms of music that I can personally like listen to. It's the type of album that I can see that will make like Central C more famous. It's not the type of album like a hip-hop head is gonna want to listen to all the time. There's a couple of songs on here that are like that, but for the most part it's more of like a radio play, club banger type of album made for like a giant crowd of like thousands and thousands of people. It seems more of that type of album than something that you can call a classic, if you get what I'm saying. So like in terms of a rating, I'm giving this one a 7.5 out of 10. I think it's a perfect rating just because there is hints of like real hip-hop going on throughout the album. This could be a UK thing because a famous rapper like Central C shouldn't even be rapping like that on the album. Really, you're just making your club bangers to make your money. Even on a money grabber radio play style album, there are hints of real hip-hop going on. It's just a very industry style album. That's why I gave this one a 7.5 out of 10. Central C, Can't Rush Greatness, another album review. Hopefully you guys enjoyed today's video. Got more of these episodes coming up. More content and music to drop. Microphone Check. That's a new song that I'm dropping for February 4th. Subscribe, comment, like. That's all I got for this one, man. I'm out of here.